So after Mountain of the Cannibal God, we were on to Evil Dead Trap, which is a Japanese horror film from 1988. And let me say, it's almost like a giallo. It kind of fucking has vibes like a giallo and like type of film. But basically, the movie is about this woman who is like a news anchor, and this package is sent to her work, and it contains a videotape with this weird like sort of travel vlog thing where this guy's filming all the highway signs, and then it eventually leads to this complex, and then eventually shows the woman being murdered, and she's like, well, how am I being murdered when I'm right here? You know what I mean? So they set off on this mystery, or on this adventure to decipher this mystery, and when they get to this complex, it's like this deserted, old, shitty, broken down place, and everyone just kind of splits up, which is a fucking horrible thing to do in a movie like this, or in any situation. But you got people breaking off into groups, people having sex, people looking around, you know, you got your main chick looking around, and you got this weird guy who's also at the complex. And I think it's like pretty clear right from the get-go like who he is in the film without any spoilers. But it plays like this guy is like this mysterious dude. And the killer in the film, this is why I say it's kind of giallo-ish. Like, take a look at the killer. He just looks like he's right out of fucking, you know, Four Flies on Grey Velvet or something like that. And I don't know, I really liked it. Some of the kills, like the memorable kills in this film for me, was the chick that gets like all the spikes like pushed through her. It's this weird trap, like Evil Dead Trap, right, is the title. But it's not a rip-off of Evil Dead. It's more playing on the trap aspect, because this chick gets like pillars, like stakes, like Cannibal Holocaust style, right through her body, like through her face. Like, it's brutal. And then another woman gets like a garrote wire around her neck and like ripped around the side of this car. It's brutal stuff. It's very brutal stuff. And like, there's the giallo scene, if you want to call it that, in the movie where this guy is accosting this woman, and he's got this like crazy like Rambo knife, and she grabs it, and like he pulls it out of her hand, and it's just like, whoa, what the fuck? And like, it's a weird movie, all right? It's got like the weird sort of edits that come out of nowhere that are like on a different format. Like, maybe the majority of the film was shot on 35, and then they pepper in some video stuff. Which I'm a fan of, you know what I mean? I am a fan of this movie. I think it's really good. I think it might be a pretty good gateway drug into Asian horror films for people, because I'm constantly thinking about movies that I can show to people for the first time and see what their take is. And, you know, like I said, entry-level stuff. Like, if you're going to show somebody, you know, someone says, I want to get into horror films. All right, well, here's The Exorcist. Here's Dawn of the Dead. You like those? Okay, here's Zombie from Lucio Fulci. You know, here's some fucking The Omen. You know, like, and just it gets more and more obscure as you go down the line. Like, you try to show them one thing, figure out what they like, and then go from there. So I think this movie works in that realm. There's another movie out of Japan that's a good horror film called House from 1977, so 11 years prior to Evil Dead Trap, which I would recommend checking out as well. Like, you kind of can't go wrong with these types of movies. I mean, sure, it probably gets to the point where, you know, it's a lot more of the same, but, you know, I feel like Asian filmmakers, they do a really good job of trying to, you know, add their own creative flair to the film, and they did that with Evil Dead Trap. There's a sequel, which I've not seen, but I'm looking forward to checking it out. So Evil Dead Trap gets the stamp of approval, and, you know, we're going to move on to another batch of movies, and we're going to keep it exploitation, so definitely stay tuned for the next video. I'm excited to make it. So with that being said, definitely check out the Facebook page, the YouTube. You're on the YouTube, the Instagram, all that kind of shit. And yeah, Video Homicide is here to stay. So adios. Fucking Wu-Tang forever.